Are you planning a trip to Sri Lanka? Do not visit without knowing these tips and tricks to reduce expense and scams to avoid. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking in detail about different tips and tricks to reduce expense and also what are some of the scams or tourist traps that are very common in Sri Lanka and how to avoid those so that you can have a pleasant and a comfortable stay in this beautiful country. So stay tuned and let's get started. Here we are. So let me get started with tip number 1, flight expense. You can reduce your flight expense by 7,000 to 8,000 rupees per person if you choose to fly from Chennai to Colombo instead of Bangalore to Colombo. The second tip is get the local SIM there with 30 GB of data. That's a lot more cheaper option than getting an international SIM activated, which costed us around 5,000. So at least one of us in the group, if we can take a local SIM, it's much more cheaper and better network coverage. So the first thing immediately on the day of our arrival that we felt was little bit of a tourist trap is we wanted to visit Pinnawala Elephant Orphanage, but rather we were taken to some other private museum kind of place. We didn't realize it was different, and we saw they had only two elephants and they were offering like you can feed the elephant, ride the elephant, bathe them, and it was just a single room where some museum content was there. After that we started becoming more alert and we were like, this doesn't look like Pinnawala, because they said it was a huge land area and lot of rescue elephants were there, lots of baby elephants were there. Then later the person who took us around the museum told, yeah, this is a private like elephant museum, and for Pinnawala orphanage you guys have to still go 3-4 kilometers, and we ended up paying some $50 here. Instead, all it would have costed us was just some $10 in that Pinnawala orphanage. So be aware, there are way too many private museums and organizations like this. So you tell them clearly where you want to go and say no, that you do not want to visit anything else, because once we entered Pinnawala orphanage, there they had put a board saying we do not associate with any other private museums in this area. This is the only original thing. So be aware. After day one, we really started being cautious and we checked reviews about whether this is the right place or not. So you guys also be aware. But this is what the museum looked like and this is what the actual place looked like. So here you go. Check both the videos out. So this is the private elephant foundation. It was just a single room like this where several things were on display. They explained about Asian elephant, African elephant, and then some skeletal systems, and then what are the different acupuncture points on elephants to convey different commands. All those they explained, and of course they allowed us to touch all those skeletal systems and click photos. That's when I started thinking, I don't think in government organizations they would allow this. So yeah, and as we went further ahead, and that was it. It was just a museum and then two elephants. So yeah, we'll show you guys how that area looks as well. There are 2-3 more scams that we escaped that are coming up towards the end of the video, so you can either move directly to there or stay with us and see the whole experience, so stay tuned. Once you cross the souvenir section, they took us to elephant bathing area. There were only two elephants. In fact, only this elephant, for every single tourist that came in, he was kept on taken for bathing. I just didn't feel like it. I didn't want to, uh, do the same. So we just said it's okay. We don't want to, force him into taking a bath. So we just stood back and wanted to observe him do what he wants. But of course, they were a little bit controlling him to splash some water, etc., etc. Yeah, we just didn't want to like further add on to it. So we were just standing there and observing and spending some time. Then we were told ticket also includes elephant ride, so they went and got another elephant, and it was a short 200-meter elephant ride followed by you could get up close photos with the elephant. So on top of paying the entry fee, which was overly priced, like we were also asked to tip these guys who were around in the bathing area and for the elephant ride. So I think towards that point, I realized okay, this is definitely not the Pinawala Orphanage Foundation. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't encourage an elephant right there. So that's when we went and asked, like, is this the right place? We were told, no, this is a different private foundation, and hence the shock. And then we rushed to the next place because it was getting late in the afternoon, and Pinawala Orphanage closes early, so we had to rush, and luckily we didn't miss it. But yeah, guys, check out the timing and ensure you go early so that you can spend a lot more time at the main place. Finally, we reached the right place, Pinnawala Elephant Orphanage. So, this is the notice I talked about. They have mentioned this is the only government run department. If others try to swindle you, be warned, we have no association with that. So, yeah, here they had proper ticket counter, good information. So, yes, we finally reached the right spot, and for your all your information, this is the place you guys need to go when you want to visit Pinawala Elephant Orphanage. They are open from 8:30 a.m. for tourists. There are two slots if you want to observe elephants in the river bathing area. One is between 10 to 12 and the second slot is 2 to 4. So you can walk along the herd of the elephants to the river. And the last ticket counter closing time is 5 p.m. and they close the zoo by 6 p.m. So these are some timings you need to remember, and just go enjoy some peaceful time observing them, watching them in the feeding area, bathing area, up close experience without disturbing them. So, yeah, this was a much better environment for sure. We were literally running because it was about to close, and we wanted to spend some time observing them in the feeding area. So, yeah, we were little breathless. It was up and down climb as well, not too difficult, but yeah, we didn't want to miss out on the opportunity as we were going ahead to different places in Sri Lanka. But it was a good walk, and yeah, very scenic, very calm, and we found lots and lots of elephants. Close to 69 elephants are here, and there were also a couple of baby elephants. So that was first time for me to seeing so many baby elephants. It was definitely a great experience. Such cute baby elephants up close. We got to see them. They were, I think, around 5 to 6 baby elephants. They were so cute, eating their food with their mom. It was such a nice experience, guys. There are a lot of informational boards all around this place. So take a moment, spend some time, understand these majestic, beautiful animal, and yeah, just get to watch them up close. And it's always fascinating. No matter how many times I've seen an elephant, be it in the wild or in in a place where they're taken care of. Yeah, it's always fun. And here as well, they have souvenir shops before you exit. If you want, you can check that out too. And here they accepted both USD and Sri Lankan money. And also, they had card machines at the ticket counter. So, that is another option too if you want to pay the money here. So we are done with this place, and we are heading to the next destination. But it's a good place to spend 1 to 2 hours and come for this lot where you could walk with the herd and watch them in the bathing area by the river, so that you could get a more holistic experience. Check out the timing and do not miss out. There was also a good spacious car parking area right next to Pinnawala Elephant Orphanage. So you can safely park your vehicle, and there was a restroom as well in that location, and then go and check out this location. So the second thing, a second common trait I observed is there were so many places where there was no proper official bill. So they just overpriced, overquoted the entry fee. We kind of again picked that common trait. So we had to bargain a lot. And for example, we went to Turtle Farm. They said 50 US dollars per person, and all it was that Turtle Farm was just a single room size. And if you want to release baby turtles, each baby turtle to release was additional $10 per baby turtle. So here again we had to sit and bargain a lot. Then we got it down till $20. One of our friends, next time when they visited, we had informed them, so they bargained and got it down till $10. I mean, I understand the need for bargaining, but I just hope they actually quoted the correct price and they were giving proper bills. So that kind of having to repeat that bargaining process at couple of these places, little bit was disappointing. Yes, so second thing, if you want to not get overpriced, bargain, guys. So third thing that we picked up, they will tell you we'll take you and show a free tour of Spice Garden and all those. In fact, the garden tour was very beautiful, very pretty. But then, when you go to buying their products, which they claim it's very natural, locally prepared, they had some creams bottled up in a normal bottle. So they are extremely overpriced. You will get much better prices and products in your local markets itself. So do not buy those. later, I mean, thankfully we did not buy, we said no. And after coming back to the room, when we checked the reviews, a lot of people have mentioned it's just a scam. They are just repackaging and selling, claiming it's all organic, etc. So they're just way too overpriced. And every single of these tourist spots, there'll be people with a board saying massage, free massage. All you need to do is just tip them how much ever you feel like. But rather, I would say just go, if you really want a spa or a massage, check with your resort, check with the place you're staying, and go to a proper authentic one and get it done. So another thing, whenever they say free tour, go take the free tour, enjoy, and just don't buy anything at that location. Especially this spice garden tour, that's another thing we realized. This was not a scam, more of a tourist trap, I would say. They offer village safari as well in Sigri, and what we realized was it was just a man-made village where they prepare food for tourists. So it wasn't like a actual village where people are living and you get to see their native culture and day-to-day activities like that. It was a nice, like a museum kind of setup, or I mean, you can just go walk around, but again, it was 80 USD. So decide if you really want to do that or not. I would rather go sit by a water body, just enjoy the nature, but it's just my preference. If you guys still want to experience that, you can go ahead and try it out. So another thing, as I mentioned earlier, there is also river safari. Again, they initially quote $50 per person, but if you bargain, they will also give you a discount and reduce. And if you're in a group, you can ask for a group discount as well. So as I mentioned, guys, it's a common thing, common pattern that we observe. They overquote, overprice for these entries without proper bill. You have to end up spending quite a lot of energy in bargaining and bringing it down. And if your driver or someone is showing a, taking you to a person, like respectfully tell them, you know what, I just want to check out different boat companies option and understand their pricing, and go away from them and go do your bargaining. I think that's how we were able to get better prices in most of the places. So yeah, for river safari as well, bargain and get a better. Despite all this I have mentioned, these are like majorly two patterns. One is you have to bargain in places where there is no official bill. Second thing is there are like these massage scams and the products not properly packaged and labeled. They claim organic, but they were not so. And extremely overpriced. So other than these, small tourist traps, if you ask me, will I come back to Sri Lanka? 100%. Oh God, it's so beautiful, majestic, that be it the hill station or the beach, they're too good, guys. It's a must visit place, but now that I'm aware of things to watch out and avoid, I would just go sit by a beach, enjoy those beautiful mountains, and take a train ride through the scenic routes, and I'll be very satisfied. So it is a beautiful country to visit, but be aware of these tourist traps so that you can enjoy your visit to Sri Lanka and also feel not scammed. So yes, hope this video was informative. In the next video, I'm going to be sharing you guys the detailed itinerary and the places we got to visit and enjoy during our stay in Sri Lanka. So do subscribe and follow along our journey. There's so much beauty in Sri Lanka. So do not miss out, guys. See you all soon. Bye bye.